The Will-of-D could be a lot of things. I mean, it should probably have an iceberg of its own. Not that iceberg, sorry. On the first layer, we'd place the obvious, the details that are given to us. You know, the history and mechanics of how it works, the things that Oda tells us directly. We know it signifies a drive passed down and shared through lineage, a motivation to secure freedom and remain free. It comes with some specific characteristics that we can see, like smiling at death. Some of the most important characters throughout the story have all shared this initial. Monkey D. Luffy, D. Dragon, and D. Garp. Gold D. Roger, Porpoise D. Ace, Rox D. Zabek, Jaguar D. Saul, Marshall D. Teach, Trafalgar D. Waterlaw, Nefertari D. Vivi, Nefertari D. Cobra, Nefertari D. Lily. A shared will. Could it just be simply the Davy clan? But then Zabek's real name would be Davy Zabek, and Davy Jones's name would be Davy Jones? I mean, it could be. But going a little deeper into this iceberg, no, not that one, we find more relevant D words resonating through the series. Dawn, dreams, desire, destiny, determination. You know, the themes of One Piece, the ideas that Luffy thrives on and allows those around him to embody as well. The infectious delight that is Nika, Joy Boy, reincarnated in Luffy. But deeper still, there are other sides to that coin. A dichotomy. Luffy's not just a liberator, he's also a destroyer. Like Arlong's room where Nami was chained, the world has to be destroyed for those within its bars to be set free. Destruction, death, demise. These are the things Imu fears most. Perhaps it is that simple. That the D just means destroyer. Or death. That is Luffy's laugh after all. And a little bit further down the iceberg, no, not that one, some more ideas. Sometimes the ones that are the most in your face may seem the most unlikely, but let's think about that. What if D just simply means dragon? It would be as if Garp, as a middle finger to the celestial dragons, just put the D loud and proud right there in his son's name, Monkey Dragon Dragon. We shouldn't put it past Garp to do something like this. D could just be dragon, and could cement their connection to the celestial dragons. But no, it's gotta be something more meaningful, right? But we're running out of relevant D words here, so what if it isn't even a word? According to the Harley text, we have people referred to as the people of the half moon. So what if the letter D is just the shape of the half moon, and the people of the half moon are simply the D clan, allies of those who maybe came from the moon? And deeper still, perhaps the most likely symbolic meaning of the letter D is simply the smile itself. The shape of Luffy's smile literally is the letter D. And when you think about someone like Oda drawing Luffy's smile over and over again, developing the character during Romance Dawn, what if the idea came there? The idea of a smile being equated to the letter D because of its simple shape drawn over and over. And I imagine Oda linking this conceptually to the rising sun, the shape of the dawn, the shape of the smile, the shape of the letter D in the half moon, and here in the Harley text, these ideas come together. And to push this visual idea further, the letter X, which is used by Luffy and his friends as proof of identity during Alabasta, is also present on Emmet, and combined with the D, we get that classic squinty eyes smiling face drawn in letters. Just like Luffy's laugh. And it's here in the iceberg where it feels as though all these ideas are all together at once represented by the letter D. One doesn't even have to be born into it, they just need to have that will to carry it forward, as we see with Sabo. Down here, in the deep, deep abyss of the iceberg, the weight of every idea that Oda has packed into this single letter has built up a pressure which is likely impossible to resolve without representing at least a little bit of each of these ideas. He's toyed with the corruption of the smile idea, the smile fruits and sad being the element needed to create a fruit with the downside of inflicting a perpetual fake smile onto its users. A twisted, malignant form of the happiness which is the driving force of freedom and dreams coming true. But what do you think the D stands for? Did I miss some obvious interpretation here? Does the D just stand for how dumb these ideas are? Maybe this iceberg, no, not that one, could use some more depth. But for now, here's what I think. I think the letter D stands for death. I think death is what Imu fears most, and so we'll have to leave here today remembering the wise words of Bragi the Giant all the way back in Little Garden.
I see. You know, in Elbaf, even though our lifespans are longer than yours are, we still think about how we will die. We know everything we have and everything we are will one day cease to exist, like everything else. But it is worth it to die a true warrior of Elbaf, without sacrificing your pride. That is what we call dying with honor. To die such a great death would be an everlasting treasure. It's what we seek in Elbaf.
I'm really excited to see this scene in Season 2 live-action series coming out next week. So let me know what you're looking forward to seeing most in the next season. And remember, always keep smiling.
And now, begin your new life as death!